So to answer your question, what's it really like to be a Q doctor? Well, it's a thankless, quiet profession. Few people know we exist. You see, not many Q doctors go public because the fact is, some are ashamed. Because among the few people who know we exist, we Q doctors have built up a reputation, a bad reputation, which we don't deserve. They say some dreadful things. They say we're a load of paper passers and time wasters, when that's exactly what we're trying to combat, time wasting. They say we're not troubleshooters. We're trouble who ought to be shot. Sorry. How unprofessional of me. You're not a therapist. But I don't know who else to talk to. I can never get through to anyone at the Union of Q Doctors. I'm always in a queue, you see, which is nice. But it doesn't resolve working conditions and industrial disputes. Of course, picket lines are strictly prohibited. Too risky, you see. Picket lines could confuse the queuing systems. Sorry. You asked me to explain my job. I could have been a quantity surveyor or a quantum physicist, but those professions wouldn't have challenged and stretched me to my full potential. I would have been wasted. I have so many qualities, you see, which is why I was destined to be a quality controller of some kind. And then, one day, it happened. I found my expert. I saw a queue and I thought, there's a group of strangers, all with the same goal. I want to help those people. I want to help them achieve their goal. There they are, one behind the other. Individuals, and yet it's the line we see. Unity, order, distinction. If only we could always stand together. And that was when I decided to specialise as a quality controller of quality time and become a queue doctor, also known as a line manager, which is rather confusing. A queue is also known as a line or waiting in line, you see. But I identify as a queue doctor. My job is to analyse queue efficiency and troubleshoot queues that aren't working properly. And I have to know all about them because there are so many different types. Physical, virtual, mobile, FIFO, also known as FCFS, LIFO, FILO, OFO, LILO. FIFO is the most common, which stands for first in, first out. FIFO is also thought to be the fairest, but sometimes on fire, first out is the best option. This is my memo scope, When symptoms of a queue malfunction are detected, I receive a notification through it. I'm always on call and can appear at any queue immediately. The standard procedure is a 3-section troubleshooting process to diagnose the problem. I then cascade the information to instigate performance measures in order to produce the required outcomes. In other words, the queue functions properly. I always keep in line with regulations and follow standard protocol to the letter. I trained at the Knowledge Spa of West Birmingham, you see. It was highly vigorous, as you can imagine, but I sailed through. They tested my patience and I got straight A stars. I was over the moon. I couldn't wait to get my certificate. But it still hasn't come. So I keep waiting, patiently, because I'm almost certain it's another test from the advanced extra module that only the most gifted Q doctors do, where mushroomicity is extremely dark. Mushroomicity is the measure of how much a person is kept in the dark whilst queuing, and the advanced extra module is so secretive that you study it without knowing you're studying it. If it exists at all, no one really knows for certain. Sorry, I have a notification through the memo scope. Online, Desperate Measures Department of Waiting Around, Shooter A2Z6 receiving. Yes? Right, I see. Certainly, of course. Yes, will do. Offline. Well, duty calls. Some terrible symptoms detected from a nail salon, or possibly a nail studio. Awaiting further enquiries. Patiently.